Howdy, folks. Well, today is a good day for me because it's payday. Well, actually, yesterday was payday, but I managed to be able to get some things that I needed. And one of those things was this interesting number, $10, excellent condition. I'd say so, considering it doesn't have a UPC code on it, which means I don't know what year this is, but it's pre 1974. So, pretty interesting. So, that'll be part of my collection. Set that back here somewhere. Let's move these filters and let King Edward VII have his place. Aubrey Cock. Anyways, but one of the things I got, these are my 3 pipes that I've had, and we'll talk about those here for a second. But one of the things I managed to get was this. This is a basket pipe from my local tobacconist, whatever you would call that particular thing. The Leaf in Abilene, Texas. I haven't smoked this one yet. I'm really looking forward to it. But it seems like a well put together pipe. Not sure if you can tell from that angle or this lighting that is so dim. I don't really have the brightest of lights, but that is La Roca. I looked it up, and these are usually around $100, maybe less, depending on where you get them. And I got it for $50. And then I snagged a couple of ounces of my favorite tobacco at the moment, because I haven't really gone into the big stuff. It's an aromatic, I believe, is what you would say. But a nice 2 ounces of that to last for a while. Went to HEB to see if they had Prince Albert in a tub, and they did, and it was gigantic, and I want it, but it's $50. And maybe folks that enjoy pipes are able to spend when they want and need to. But as far as I go, I can really only spend certain amounts of money here and there justifiably. And then I have to make sure that the other party who also wants to spend money doesn't feel left out. And whenever I let her know that her Stanley Cup collection is far more expensive than what will be my pipe collection for the moment, two wrongs don't make a right, and two people spending all the money don't make more money appear. So you just gotta be a partner and say, hey, I'm getting this is what I want, and that's fair. I earned it, so that's what I'm gonna have. And she's pretty good about that. But I am looking forward to putting some tobacco in here, and I don't know about the filter system, because I was noticing that this particular hole is not exactly the 9 millimeters I'm used to seeing. This is my favorite. I call it my Hobbit's crack pipe, but it's one I can't get anymore. It's made out of oak, it says, and it has that little glue canyon at this point. It was just a little crack, but the heat and the warping near the end, it always has a little bit of a funky taste to it. So that's it's definitely the glue, I think, seeping in there. But I still love it, and it's because it's wood, I think. And the other two, my very first one, well, I had an old Dr. I call it Grabo. I don't know if it's Grabo or how you pronounce it, but I always call it Dr. Grabo. I had that back in college, and I think I got it from Walmart. So it wasn't anything fancy, but it's probably about $20 back in those days in the 90s. So this is a metal basket or a metal bowl and resin, definitely resin. And I wanted to try the Church Warden experience, so I got this one. And I was like, that's nice, but I also wanted to try the crazy Gandalf Catholic fella from the other channel that, you know, Aquinas and Pints or whatever it is, Pints with Aquinas. And I thought, that's, look at him. He's just sitting there. He ain't even putting in no, he just leaned back and put his arm on the armchair and just move that thing over to his mouth and puff, 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 puff. And I liked that. So, and it was fun. It was relaxing. It was a very nice experience, the motion of it, but this whole cheesy construction of it, it's more of a costume thing for all you LARPers and cosplayers out there trying to get your Gandalf on. This is pretty good. I mean, they have different designs, and this would not be Gandalf's pipe, of course, but you know, if you're looking for something to have a wizard's pipe, it's definitely a neat little number there. But wood is definitely the way to go, in my humble opinion. And so I'll probably only get wood pipes. I am going to make those corn cobbers. I also bought $15, that's like 13 something on sale on the famous store that's named after a river that's not the Rio Grande or the Orinoco. I don't know if I say it online, but I got that Missouri Meerschaum uh, pipe made out of maple. So I've tried oak. This is oak. And it was really good. And this, I'm not too sure about this. I mean, looks like it's impersonating briar, but is actually pear. Maybe the guy said he thought it was pear. I'm gonna have to research it and find out what it's made of. But we'll give her a smoke and see how she goes and see what happens with that. So fill it up with old Bradley, and then work on the Mr. Moo Cow or Mrs. Moo Cow, I guess, if it's gonna have udders. Otherwise, what's down here? So chip on that, and then take a look at this a little longer and see what I think it wants to be. I'm thinking it might be Sid from Ice Age. Anyway, but maybe nothing. Maybe a dragon nose, and it's a big. Maybe I'll do a novelty gigantic pipe just to be a silly guy. But anyways, I'm just waxing ridiculous at this point. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But I also see some wood blocks online, and I got this over here in the mail, and I had already purchased this one, or from the same store named after a big river. So I got these drill bits in the metric system, so I can drill the holes the right way. And I got this cheapy $6. I forget the actual name of it because I'm not a woodsmith, woodworker guy, but you know, I just get the tool that I'm supposed to get and do the thing I'm supposed to do, and we see how it turns out. And maybe it'll be hilarious, maybe it'll be ridiculous, maybe both. So you can stay tuned and see what happens. I'm sure the corncob pipes I'm going to try to make are going to be awful hysterical, because I got the notion in my mind that a little corncob would make a good stem. So it's probably going to be one of the funniest looking stupid things anyone ever tried, and it's probably going to blow up in my face. But I don't mind being your comedy fodder or whatever. But this bit is actually what makes the bowl shape. And I'm sure somebody's out there saying it like it was Dora the Explorer. It's called this kind of bit. It's called this kind of bit. But I'm gonna use these bits and cut up and just have some weekend. So see y'all next time. Take care.